While watching season 2, I was honestly expecting it to be pretty bad. Now obviously if you've watched it, then you know it's most definitely not bad. But I was mainly thinking that it was just going to be boring because rewatching the same games again but with just different characters would be pretty stupid. Obviously I was proven wrong by this peak. So I would like to formally apologize for Squid Games for ever doubting you. But enough of this random yapping and let's get right into the video. So we start off with a boy Gi-hun walking around an airport when he suddenly gets a call from the front man.
怎么能苦恼？一切会好的，一切都去吧，你就得想着，既然没办法，还恨他干嘛？还管他干嘛？心里要记得，你是。
Nah, but for real, he picks up the phone and then the front man starts yapping about some. You should have left on that plane. Where are you? I said, you should have left on that plane. And I said I've played these games before. Anyway, after a while we see that Gi-hun has bought an entire hotel just for himself. Privileges of being a rich man. While he's watching the cameras like a crewmate in 2020, he hears a knock on the door. He then pulls a gun out from literally nowhere and then walks towards the door as the light turns on. After he looks around at the door for some reason, he then moves closer to see if he can hear anything. Who's there? He then looks down at one of the Squid Game cards that we saw back in season 1. Gi-hun, obviously a bit tripped out, goes and opens the door. Player 456, how are you doing today? I think you dropped these.
Anyways, as much as I would like to continue with this first episode explanation thingy, I don't have much time for this project. So I'm just gonna like explain what happens in the first episode, like quickly go through the next stuff that happens, and then explain why this show is like cool and stuff. I don't know, like there's a rubric that I have to follow for this. So yeah, if you guys want me to like actually fully cover every single episode and like explain it, funny like how I've been doing, 100 likes. I got 100 on the FNAF video, so I mean we're hitting high because I really don't want to do this anymore. But yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, Gi-hun meets up with the gang member, offers him $1 billion to find the recruiter guy, and then he goes on a wild goose chase looking for the recruiter guy. Eventually they find him after like 2 years, and then the recruiter guy finds him in his house. They play Russian roulette. He shoots himself. He gets the card invitation thing to the Squid Games, gets sent into a white limo, and then gets taken to the Squid Games. And that's how the first episode ended. Season 2 creates a strong theme of greed for money as the players constantly risk their lives for it. The game highlights how far people are willing to go when faced with the promise of wealth, even at the cost of their own lives. Every time somebody dies, it's more money is added to the prize pool. This makes the players see each other less like people and more like obstacles to getting rich. It's a reminder about how in this show, greed can make players forget about the others and only focus on themselves.
Do it! One more game! One more game! One more game! One more game! One more game!
During the show, many players are introduced who played the games with the sole purpose of making money. After every game, the players have the opportunity to vote to either leave or stay, but each time the same people keep wanting to play, forcing more of the players who want to leave to stay and play another game. Even though these players know that if they keep playing they have a high chance of getting eliminated and dying, these players still choose to risk their lives for more money because they need to pay off their debts. The theme of greed in Squid Game Season 2 connects strongly to real-world issues, especially the growing wealth gap and economic struggles many people face today. Just like the players in the games, people in the real world often feel trapped in systems that prioritize money over their well-being, just how the other players in the games prioritize money over the other people's safety. In Season 2, the characters continue to risk their lives knowing full well that the next person to die could be them. This mirrors how in the real world people will accept dangerous jobs simply for the extra pay, knowing that they could die working them. This is because they feel there's no other way out. But I know a way. Tax evasion. Squid Games is a story about how some rich people created death games that poor people could go and risk their lives to play for the chance to win a massive cash prize. In Season 2, the games return, but this time with new challenges and twists, and more focus on the front man and the people running the games. The theme, as I've stated before, is greed and how most players are willing to risk their lives just for money. The whole point of Squid Games is to show how greedy people are when it comes to money, and this is why they are given the opportunity to vote at the end of each game. What I think is that the rich people want to prove how greedy people are for money, which is why they have votes at the end of each game in the second season. In Season 2, they added a new rule that if everyone votes to terminate the games, the cash prize is split among the surviving players, and people still wanting to kill off more people just for a little extra cash is proof this story entails a lot of greed. I already kind of did a real world connection where I stated that people risk their lives working dangerous jobs just simply for a little more money. But I just wanted to state that I'm starting my own tax evasion company. You come to us and we will fake your taxes. Just call 519-504-7321. Pretty ladies only, please. Have a good day and enjoy tax evasion. As we see here, Gihan is moving, which is a very strong sense of movement, empowerment, because it empowers the people to stand up for themselves. And okay, bro, what am I yapping about? One more game! One more game! One more game! One more game! Yeah! You should have left on that plane. Where are you? I said you should have left on that plane. And I said I've played these games before. Bro, this is so stupid. What am I doing?